my name is Gabby Bookmeyer, and I'm running for Speaker of the House for the Blue Legislator. To tell you a bit about myself, I am a ninth grader who attends Coldwater High School. I am an active athlete. At the moment, I am on the swim and dive team, and I am hoping to play softball in the spring. I love music, and it is a big part of my life. In middle school, I was involved in choir all 3 years, but decided to take a break in high school. I am involved in Interact Club. One of the reasons I want to run for Speaker of the House is because I love to public speak. Every chance I get to give a speech or get to read aloud in class, I take the opportunity. I believe that public speaking was given to me as a gift, so I think I should use it to my advantage. Another reason I want to run for Speaker of the House is because I am a fair leader. I don't like to make decisions based on my own beliefs or what my friends say. I like to listen to this discussion and base my decision on the overall vote and discussion. I also want to run because I have had many leadership experiences in the past that I believe qualify me for this position. In middle school, I was involved in youth and government and student council all 3 years. For youth and government, I ran for top leadership positions all 3 years, but only one in seventh grade. For student council, I ran for leadership positions as well. In sixth grade, I was secretary of the student council. In seventh grade, I was vice president. And in eighth grade, I was president. This year, I ran against one other classmate and am president of the class of 2024. I want to be involved in youth and government to help me achieve my dreams in the future. When I become an adult, I want to become a lawyer and own my own law firm. I believe that being involved in youth and government will help to get me put on the right path to help me achieve these goals. Once I get a little older in my adult life, I'm hoping to become a politician. I want to run for different leadership positions, whether those be in the state or in the federal government. I believe that youth and government has already shown a big interest in my life, and I hopefully want to use that to help me pursue a career in the future. I believe that I have already made so many good decisions that help me get on the path that I am to help me achieve those goals. Those are the reasons why I want to run for Speaker of the House. I hope my reasons can be a qualifying factor to help you make your decision. Thank you, and I hope I can be your Speaker of the House.
Hi, my name is Neha Jain, and I'm running for your Speaker of the House. I'm standing here today for many reasons, but what motivates me to stand here right now is because of a quote that I had heard about a year ago. You have to be comfortable being uncomfortable, Ray Allen. The story behind this quote is from an Instagram video that I had seen about a year ago. Those of you who know me know that I'm a huge basketball fan, and one day about a year ago, I was scrolling through Instagram and a video of Ray Allen and his kids came up. For those of you who don't know who that is, he's a retired NBA player and he's in the Hall of Fame. In this video, I saw his two kids working hard, drill after drill, and sweating. In my head, I'm thinking, I would not want to have him as my coach. The two boys continue to sweat and run and run. And then Ray Allen says, okay, get on the free throw line and shoot free throws. Ray Allen says this right after a drill, and here I think to myself again, oh boy, I would not want to be his kids right now. Just when I thought it couldn't get any tougher, he says to his kids that they will be running for every one of his free throws that they miss. I know that you have to practice hard to get what you want, but I didn't really fully understand how this applied to the real life world. The Instagram video goes on for a little longer, showing Ray Allen's boy shooting free throws. But then he turns the camera around and says that he isn't doing this to torture his kids. He's doing this to make them better people, not just in real life, but on the basketball court too. The next words he says will stick to me for the rest of my life. You have to become comfortable being uncomfortable. These words stuck with me for the past year and I will never forget them. I will never forget them because after Ray Allen says these words, he goes on to explain them by saying that in basketball there will be tough situations and you'll be tired and uncomfortable, but you have to learn how to push through that. You have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. To me, these words not only apply to basketball, but in real life, which is why I am standing here right now, running for your Speaker of the House. I am by no means comfortable standing here, but I am learning to be comfortable being uncomfortable. To me, these words mean that you have to try new things, and it's okay to fail because you are bettering yourself as a person and others around you by going out of your comfort zone. Which leads me to talk about my qualifications for this position. I believe that I'm qualified to run for this position for many reasons. One reason is this will be my 5th year participating in youth and government, and I've loved it every single year since. So I thought I would become a leader to show others how fun it can be. I've also held 2 leadership positions in the past, including committee chair in 7th grade, which I won most outstanding Red committee chair, and I was also Red Speaker of the House in 8th grade. So I have past experience in Parley Pro, Both of these experiences have made me realize what impact I can have towards others and how much fun I can have leading. In conclusion, I believe that I'm well qualified for this position. I hope to have an amazing time at Youth in Government and pass many bills this year. And I remember to try new things and be comfortable being uncomfortable. Thank you, and remember to vote Neha Jain.
Hello everyone, my name is Rachel Bowers and I'm running to be your red-white lieutenant governor. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a senior at Union City High School and this is my 6th year of youth in government. I am a competitive dancer on the Dance Trilogy dance team and I show horses on my school's equestrian team and the Macaulay Ayeta equestrian team. I joined youth in government in 6th grade and dove right into leading by running for blue lieutenant governor. I loved leading the Senate so much that I ran for green lieutenant governor in 7th grade and again in 8th grade, but unfortunately that year I did not win. It's okay though, it was nice to actually share my opinion on bills during sessions. My freshman year, I decided to not go to youth in government, which was a decision I instantly regretted after seeing all of my friends have so much fun at the conference. In 10th grade, I knew not to make the same mistake that I had made the year before, so I signed up to be in my school's delegation, and off I went. I had lost some confidence due to skipping a year of YIG, but I still wanted to hold a leadership position, so I decided to just be committee chair. Last year, I did the same thing, but I slowly built up my confidence along the way. This year, I am going back to my old roots and running for the leadership position that kicked off my love for youth and government, lieutenant governor. Now, you may be wondering, why in the world should I vote for this girl? Well, let me tell you a little bit why I am the best choice to be your red-white lieutenant governor. Due to being in youth and government for 6 years now, I've had so much time to practice and perfect my parliamentary procedure. Other than the positions I held in middle school and the past 2 years, I've also held a multitude of leadership positions outside of YIG. At my school, I have been president of my class my freshman, junior, and senior year. Along with that, I am the student council president, president of the Union City delegation, and second vice president of the National Honor Society. Outside of school, I've been president, vice president, and treasurer of my 4-H club, and I've won numerous trips and awards through 4-H, including the Citizenship Washington Focus Trip, the National 4-H Congress Trip, and the 4-H Key Club Award. Now, there's no way I can end my speech without using my slogan from middle school. Use your voting powers to vote Rachel Bowers as your red-white lieutenant governor.
Good morning. It is here in my room, in my basement, where I announce my candidacy for Red Lieutenant Governor. Look, I get it. A virtual conference setting isn't what we were hoping for coming fall. But I know just like anything else, Michigan Youth in Government is what we, the youth, make of it. And I'm quoting Hamilton, as long as we stay just like our country, young, scrappy, and hungry. When America's founding fathers got together to declare independence from Great Britain, they didn't have everything together. They were just some young people, over a dozen of them being under the age of 35, looking to set a new form of government. I would assume some of the work the Second Continental Congress did was similar to the things we're doing right now. People standing in front of a podium proposing their ideas. Of course, they didn't have laptops, but thanks to technology today, we have the access to connect remotely. During virtual time, I have accomplished becoming a certified and chosen to be part of the official YMCA Changemaker program. I also passed my Kona proposal for the first ever Kona conference with two of my buddies, one being from LA and the other in New York. I also served as Speaker of the House for the first Michigan Youth in Government virtual conference. And just as well, I attended the first delegation leadership retreat that was virtual. I would love to bring that same energy to the Senate floor. No more waiting and waiting for the chair to pick for you to speak. No more dull conversations on the floor going on and on with no ending. I believe that you deserve the right to productive meetings. And I, with the guidance of God, will bring that to you. So let's do the right thing, Michigan Youth in Government. Let's set in Bance and Lansing. Let's vote for Pablo.
Peace, fellow delegates. I come before you today not only as a candidate for NIFPO, but as a brother to the Honorable National Issues Forum. The past 2 years have been a journey of my life, and I've had the privilege to serve as a delegate and a committee chair. NIF has given me wonderful new friends and given me incredible opportunities to try new things, but I can't really say it's the same for everyone. The National Issues Forum has declined throughout the years, and many have gotten bored with it that they just left. Many of the demands were made by the NIF for their voices to be heard, yet many felt left out and ignored. However, if you elected me as your NIF presiding officer, I promise to do everything in my power to ensure that every voice is heard and that NIF will be the family for every delegate regardless of differences or beliefs. Change will be made today, and it will be made by you.
Right. Good morning. I'm Lennon Powell of the Sturgis delegation. I am running, as intelligent people such as yourselves already know, for the presiding officer of the National Issues Forum. With this position, I hope to be able to fix some inefficiencies of last year, such as confusion and the lack of experienced officers. And with my experience in NIF last year, I am hoping that I will be able to help those who come to the program new. And having been there last year, I have been able to witness the great assets this program has to offer to its participants. I know how it runs. I know how the debate is structured. I know how the procedures, and I know the people. This would allow me to happily aid any and all newcomers to NIF. I will always treat all constituents of the NIF and YIG program with respect and always do my best to use what experience I have to help the people coming to the YIG. Unlike the leaders did last year with their inexperience to the YIG NIF program, I am hoping to be able to help things run smoother and more efficiently. I promise that this would not happen. Because last year things went slowly and inefficiently because things were, I don't know why exactly. I'm sure they've done this before, but it didn't work out last year. If I'm elected presiding officer of NIF, I will promise to help fix these problems to the best of my abilities. I will always put political views aside in favor of fairness, equality, and justice. I will always put you, the delegates of the Michigan Youth in Government program, first. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Sia Rajguria, and I'm running to be your 2021 NIF presiding officer. I joined YIG my sophomore year and for the same reasons as many others, a fun weekend in Lansing with my friends where I could learn a bit about politics. I'd always been interested in the subject, but I'd never been given the opportunity to really learn about it. YIG provided me with the resources that I needed. But YIG is not all about politics and government, and that's honestly what made me stay. Youth in Government is a welcoming and diverse community with a focus on many of my other passions, such as diversity and team building. That is one of the many reasons why I'm running to be your PO. I want to further and help this beautiful community grow as it has helped me. I want to give back to this program as it has done so much for me. As your PO, I promise to be friendly, unbiased, and respectful, and to respect every opinion and any background that comes in my term. Youth in Government holds a special place in my heart, and especially NIF. I love the lively yet respectful debate, the enthusiasm from delegates, and the friendliness of them too. My first year doing NIF, I was terrified. I had no clue what I was doing, how to use Parley Pro, write an intense speech, or anything. All I had was my voice and my ideas that I wanted to share. I was welcomed with open arms and given second chances when I messed up, and was taught how to be a better debater and member of a community. And that is what I wish to do as your PO. I hope to further the community I experienced by helping others learn, debate, and be heard. I promise to be there for you, whether you need help just navigating the conference or just need a friend to talk to. I'm your girl, but I can only do this with your help. So vote for Sia Rajguria for this year's NIF presiding officer, and I hope to see you there.
Hello everyone, my name is Claire Bohr and I want to be your youth governor. As I'm sure we're all aware, we are living in circumstances that many of us never thought we'd ever see. With the current pandemic and political conditions, it has become more important than ever that students from all across the state are able to involve themselves in their communities. Youth in government provides an excellent chance for youth to learn about and participate in politics, but we can take it one step further. There are many areas in the state that don't have youth in government delegations, leaving the kids in those schools without an avenue to actively participate in government. In order to make YIG an even better place, it is essential that we provide students in underrepresented areas with the resources and opportunities to join this program. With greater representation from across our state, we will be taking the next step in creating a more politically engaged future. As your youth governor, my goal is to create more opportunities for a wider range of people to participate in youth in government. I hope to accomplish this in a few ways. Firstly, by reaching out to students in underrepresented communities, and secondly, by contacting local officials. I can work with the staff to locate specific areas that lack YIG representation. Once we've determined those places, we can reach out to pre-existing delegations in the surrounding areas. Those delegations can then help us to establish contacts within the community, and we can begin working with students to help them set up a delegation or to help them join the pre-existing delegations. Delegates with youth in government experience can offer to provide students with advice and help with recruitment. If necessary, we can work with them to get teachers and other potential delegation advisors on board. If we supply them with the resources and the opportunities to take a more active role in their community, I have no doubt in my mind that many people will take that chance. Secondly, by contacting local politicians in those areas, we can talk to them about what we can do to make it easier for students to participate, not just in youth in government, but in their community as a whole. We can work with them in an effort to supply students with the resources they need to participate in YIG. I have a unique background with youth in government that provides me with the experience necessary to attempt a project such as this. When I first joined YIG in 6th grade, I was with an established delegation that had been operating for several years. Because of my experience in this delegation, I know how great it can be to have a group of people to attend the conference with. But when I went to high school, there was no established delegation for me to join. As a result, I understand how hard it can be to get a delegation up and running, especially while also tackling the daily requirements of being a busy high school student. There are a lot of people out there who would love to have a chance to attend a program like Youth in Government. But if you don't have a direct connection to the program present in your area, it can be incredibly difficult to get involved. As someone who has had experience being with a delegation and without one, I have the background necessary to expand the range of Youth in Government participants past what it is today. Beyond my desire to expand participation in youth in government, I believe that my past experience provides me with the ability to function as a great youth governor. I served as a committee chair for 3 years, and I won Best Blue Committee Chair in my 7th grade year. My freshman and sophomore years, I was a part of the leadership team, and last year I had the honor of serving as Lieutenant Governor for the Lake Conference. I also had the opportunity to participate in the Conference on National Affairs this past summer. Through these experiences, I have gained a firm understanding of not only what youth in government is, but what it could be. I ask for your vote based upon my extensive experience and my vision for the future of youth in government. I believe that no matter what this world throws at us, together we can rise above and create a better future for everyone. Once again, my name is Claire Bohr, and I hope that you will consider voting for me as your youth governor. Thank you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jillian McKinley, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about my friend Garrett Thorne. Garrett Thorne and I have known each other for years. Not only did we attend preschool with one another, our sisters were best friends from 1st grade to graduation. Garrett is the definition of a true leader. Over my years knowing Garrett, he's proved to be one of the most caring, quick-thinking, and compassionate men I've ever met. One of my favorite stories is from last winter when Garrett and I were volunteering at the local food pantry for Interact. While at the pantry, there was the classic soup serving setup with a line of people waiting to be served. One of the men in the line had caught my eye as he had been wearing a raggedy t-shirt in the 5 inches of snow outside. As he approached Garrett's side of the serving table, Garrett, without hesitation, took off his sweatshirt and gave it to the man. The man hesitated to take it at first, but he left the serving station with soup, a smile, and a sweater. Garrett Thorne is honestly the sweetest and the most determined person I've ever met. He literally gave the shirt off his back for a man he never met before. He will guarantee your voice is heard. A vote for Garrett is a vote for equal opportunity and to express your voice, and a vote for unity among programs and delegations. Thank you for your time.
Good morning, delegates. My name is Garrett Thorne. I am from the Coldwater delegation, and today I'd like to talk about Lions. No, not the depressing and pitiful Detroit Lions, but the powerful, fearless lions of the savannah. The leader of the lions is called the pride male, and he is tasked with leading the pride. However, when the time comes, he has to leave the pride, and another lion needs to step up and take over. This is the same with the leaders of our state. A time will come where they will need to step down, and it will be up to us to fill those roles. MYIG serves to help us get there, but not without a strong leader with strong values and determination. I grew up in Coldwater, Michigan, where my many teachers and coaches supported me and taught me what it means to be a leader. They guided me in sports to lead my peers, but more importantly, guided my path through my community. They played the integral role in my upbringing of showing me what it means to help others around me and to give back to my community after all it has done for me. At no point in my life were these points more reinforced than the 2009 recession. My parents both lost their jobs and were forced to find work. But I knew we were not alone as I saw many others in the community struggling to get by. I was so young and confused, but as I grew older, I came to realize that I wanted to be more like those people in government that helped lead us through those dark times. As youth governor candidates campaign, they'll tell you that they would ensure your voice matters, but few tell you how they'd actually do so. I would use executive initiative and become the chief legislator of the conference. I would look through and promote bills based on merit, regardless of the author of the bill. I'd also like to talk with advisors and encourage them to learn their students' strengths and give them confidence to bring up bills. I would then make it a top priority to communicate with our conference leaders and guarantee that good bills are continually being moved through the legislature, while ones that need revisions are getting the amendments that they deserve. It is incredibly exhilarating to hear that your bill has been signed by the governor. I hope that as governor, I would be able to sign more effective bills than previous conferences. Some delegates have expressed concerns about the biases that a candidate may have as governor. That is an issue for me. I promise to be unbiased and nonpartisan in discussing bills. What sets me apart from my candidate from other candidates is my experience. I've written a NIF proposal, I've written a bill, and I've done MJP while also being invited to do NJC after Coldwater won the state judiciary title. I know what each group wants and what each group does, as well as all the work that each delegate puts in order to do each of their tasks. Every year, a governor comes up and claims they want to bring all the different branches closer together, but they do nothing. It will be my goal to look at and see all that I can do as governor to allow everyone or anyone that wants to watch the MJP finals or watch NIF. MJP and NIF take part in an amazing process and put in so much work that it should be shown off. At the end of the day, we must remember that a delegate that loves what they do will do amazing things as governor. My vision is to bring passion and knowledge to this conference and to remind everyone that we may be too young to vote, but we were never too young to learn. Every one of us brings something to YIG, and I want to emphasize and celebrate uniqueness. This year, I encourage you to stand up for what you believe in to accomplish something. It is my hope that you will stick with me for your Southwest Governor candidate because, after all, we are better together. Thank you.
What you need to do is hover over the Your Links across the top menu bar and then go down to your fall conference. You should only be able to see the fall conference that you're attending. From there, it'll take you to this screen. This link right here will take you to the Zoom meeting for the upcoming fall conference. Then, if you scroll down, you'll see where all the ballots are to vote for the election. Blue, red, white, NIF presiding officer, and at the very bottom is your youth governor elections ballot. Once they go live, you'll be able to vote here. Just remember, red, white is for second-year sophomores and all upperclassmen, and blue is for freshmen and first-year sophomores. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to the MYIG staff, and we'll be happy to help.